Hare Krishna, Brihaspati, Jupiter goes direct on 11th of March until June 1st. Very important transit. I will share certain characteristics of Jupiter which you've never heard before. And you can apply this on your natal horoscope as well as on the transit. Transits we always see from Lagna as well as the moon. Primary observation comes from the moon, secondary observation comes from the Lagna. And if the transit from the Lagna is good and from the moon it is not good, then you're going to get mixed results. If your transit of Jupiter from moon as well as your Lagna is good, you're going to get great results. And if your transit from both moon as well as Lagna is not good, it's not a good period. That's how you look at a particular transit. But what exactly is Jupiter? Jupiter is the most auspicious graha. Wherever Jupiter looks at, it is called as, it is to be said as Amrit Drishti, the most benefic Drishti. It's basically a complete blessing. But wherever you have your Jupiter in your natal chart, I have a question for each one of you here. Did Jupiter come up with the most practical lesson in your life with punishment in that particular house in your natal chart? What did I say? Suppose if you have Jupiter in the Lagna, I'm just giving you an example because I'm going to give you a complete video about Jupiter in the 12 houses in your Lagna Kundli or in the natal chart. But this is a transit video. But still, I'm going to tell you one secret. Suppose Jupiter was in the Lagna in your natal horoscope. Forget about transit for 2 minutes. Your own relatives, your own people whom you trusted, they are the one who will cheat you and con you. Jupiter in the Lagna, you have to behave like Rahu. Only then Jupiter will give you the results that you want in Kali Yuga. That's the most important thing. You see, whenever you have Jupiter in the Lagna, you should not trust people blindly. Whenever Jupiter is in the Lagna, you should be little bit manipulative. You should be dynamic because you are so sober and so straight that people kept on cheating you behind your back and you have no idea what is happening. You see, wherever Jupiter sits in your horoscope, you will just get carried away that with that particular bhava in your kundli. For an example, Jupiter in the Lagna, which I'm talking about, if I praise you, if I said you, hey, you're so good, you're great, and behind your back, I'm just plotting things for you, and you have no idea, that's what Jupiter in the Lagna does. Jupiter in the sixth house, you are so, so you believe so much on the financial institutions that you increase your debt. You love people, you give them 100%, and these people become your biggest enemies. Jupiter in the sixth house. I'm just giving you an example. I'll talk in such an elaborated way. I think I would need couple of hours of video with Jupiter in all 12 houses, which I'm gonna come in this week. I promise you that I'll come up with that. But wherever Jupiter looks at, sitting at a particular, in the particular sign, in a particular bhava, that is the area where Jupiter gives you blessings. But where it sits, I mean, Jupiter becomes its own enemy. That is for sure. That is guaranteed. And you could see this in your transit as well. Let me tell you, let me share my screen and tell you that what exactly happened when Jupiter was retrograde and now it is going direct till 1st of June 2026. How it is going to benefit you. The benefit is going to be the drishti. Wherever it sits or wherever it transits, it is still going to give you the most practical lesson of your life. And you've seen Jupiter. If you know a little bit of Jyotish, you've seen Jupiter in particular bhavas in your horoscope. Forgive me for my throat. You've seen that. And you'll see you've gotten lessons of your life. So let me share my screen with you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show you this transit. If you can see it over here, on 11th of March 2026, Jupiter has gone direct in the nakshatra of Punarvasu in the third house for Aries Lagna as well as Aries moon sign. For Aries moon sign, we also have Shani's Sadhasati going on. You're in the first day, yeah. The things are not easy for you, things are not balanced for you. But here in the third house, if you were trying to start anything new or about your communication, tell me in last 3 months or 6 months, in fact, how many of you have been, you know, punished or have gotten disputes and disagreements because of your communication, where Jupiter is teaching you that, hey, this is not how you communicate. However, it is giving blessings in your partnerships, associations, it is giving you profits, it is making you spiritual for sure. But it has given you lessons of life, you know, in terms of your romance, love, sexual desires, on the same time about your communication, about your new ventures. Nothing manifested the way you wanted. Nothing. And that's why you were feeling immensely frustrated. But now, when it was retrograde, the obsession and pain was even multiplied. And now you will see that things would start getting better until you see your Jupiter entering in the sign of Cancer on June 1st. But this has been time where you've learned certain lessons of your life in a harder way. But this transit of Jupiter going direct is good for you, especially if you're looking for any partnership, marriage. There is an Amrit Drishti of Jupiter on the 7th house, on your 9th house, on your 11th house. You'll see that you'll be getting profits. You'll see things would start manifesting. You'll see you have learned already how to communicate. And now your communication will be more effective and result oriented. On the same time, let's talk about when we have, Taurus Lagna or Taurus rising, where we have Jupiter transiting in the second house. Now, this Jupiter has gone direct in the second house. Second house was all about your family. You see, people who have Jupiter in the second house in the natal chart, they have hard time saving money. They have hard time in accumulating wealth. They have hard time with family. They have hard time to create assets in their life. And they deal well with the family only after they've got beating in the second house. And when Jupiter was retrograde, in terms of your wealth, family, relatives, food habits, communication. You were back and forth, back and forth. But now that the Jupiter has gone direct, if you've learned the lessons of your life, now it is opportunity for you to save money. It is opportunity for you to reconcile with your family. It is an opportunity for you to, make a good diet plan and execute it. Here for 10 days, you were doing it for 15 days, because of your travel, because of XYZ reasons, your diet plan, your, savings, everything was going, you know, out of the box. You had no idea what is happening. You see, I consider the most auspicious and the most benefic planet can be the most dangerous and the most punishing planet as well. A lot of people will not agree, but people who've suffered, people who've seen Jupiter in the second house giving them immense amount of suffering, they tried saving everything, but they could not save until they learned the lessons of their life. It took them, at least 25, 30 years to understand. But I'm telling you, I'll come up with a video. Trust me, you will relate everything with that video. Let's talk about Jupiter in the Lagna. For Jupiter in the Lagna, which is Gemini Lagna or the Gemini moon sign, you were seeing that there were problems with your father. There were problems, with your skill. You were getting tired of the work. There were problems in your romantic life. There were problems with children, partnerships. Your father has suffered in last 3 months. Your love life, your romance, your skill, you felt tired in your life. But now it is time for long distance travels. It is time for go to Jyotirlingas. It is time for you to travel for your work. It is time for you to upgrade your skill. It is time for you to create partnerships. There is an Amrit Drishti of Jupiter on your seventh house, good for marriage. It is absolutely good if you have children. Their exams will go well, their results will be good, and you'll be happy about them. It's a good time. But I'm sure the last 3 months for your skill, for your partnership, for your married life, for your father, for your long distance travel were not good because Jupiter retrograde was aspecting. But on the same time, whenever Jupiter is in the Lagna, right, you actually lose your smartness. You become straight. And that's not how it works in Kali Yuga. No one like people who are very much straight in their communication, who tell them that this is who I am and this is what I'm capable of. And then you get the answer, no, we are better than you. There are people who are more capable than you. And that is when Jupiter in the Lagna hurts. And it tells you that, hey, even if you are the best, even if you are superb, you don't have to tell this to anyone. You have to be smart against your own people who are going to give you pain. That's the message of Jupiter, in the Lagna. But wherever it looks at, you're gonna get a lot of good things. Let's talk about Kark Lagna or Cancer moon sign. If you have moon in the sign of Cancer, Jupiter was in the 12th house. Looking at your 4th house, 8th house, and obviously the 6th house as well. So you were planning to buy a property, but the registry was getting delayed. The registration was getting delayed. You were planning to buy a car, but then the registration was getting delayed. Something or the other thing was coming in your life. But now it is direct. Now you'll get the property. Now you'll get sudden gains. See, everything depends upon, not everything, a lot of things depend upon the Lagna and the Mahadasha and the Antardasha that you're going. But still, this is a good transit. You've learned lessons of your life in last 3 months. Whenever Jupiter travels or transits in 6th, 8th, and 12th house, it's time to introspect. It is time to learn. And I'm sure people with Cancer Lagna would have learned about their investments. You see, when Jupiter is in the 12th house, you get punishment for your investment. Jupiter comes in the 12th house, gives you a big slap on your face about you thinking of investing in a project and getting great results from that project, and whatever debt you want to take it, and you'll be able to come over it. No, no, you won't. You won't. Because Jupiter in the 12th house is enemy for investments. Only after you've learned the lessons of life, then you will start doing the investments under the guidance of Jupiter. But initially, here Jupiter says, I'll get you the debt. How much you want? You want 500 crores from the bank? I'll get you. But then, you know, your planning goes wrong in the investment with Jupiter in the 12th house. And then you learn the lessons of life. You understand what is real sukha. You understand the importance of occult sciences. You understand the importance of your in-laws. You understand all those sudden gains that you've achieved in your previous times, how valuable those were. For you, Cancer Lagna, Cancer moon sign, it's time to learn, but wait for Jupiter to come in the Lagna. You learn more, but still, it is going to give you name, fame. It is going to help your children. It's going to help your spiritual journey. It's going to improve your relationships. But when it comes into Lagna on June 1st, you have to become more dynamic. You have to become more smarter. Don't be that sober person with Jupiter in the Lagna. People will fry and eat you. That's the problem. Your own people. Look at Shri Ram's horoscope. Jupiter exalted in the Lagna. Your own mother is going to plan 14 years exile for you. And you're so soft. That was Satyuga. This is Kali Yuga. There's nothing called soft here. I have 20 things to talk about Jupiter in the Lagna in your natal chart, but this is a transit video. Wait for that video to come. For the Leo moon sign or Leo rising, you are already running Shani's Ashtam Dhaiya for Leo moon. And now Jupiter goes into your 11th house, looks at your 3rd house, looks at your 5th house, and looks at your, looks at your third house, looks at your 3rd house, looks at your, 5th house, and looks at your 7th house. Good time. You were suffering in your gains. You were suffering and getting lessons in your life from society, from public, from people, from your hopes, wishes, desires were going to the drain. But now that you have Jupiter direct, you will see new projects working for you. You will see communication getting improved. You will see children, love, romance, skill, education. There'll be improvement in that. You'll see partnerships, association, marriage. There'll be improvement in that. It's a great time if you're conceiving a child. Superb time. Go ahead, conceive. The conception will be great. But Jupiter here in the 11th house, give you great lessons about public and society and your profits. You will once in your life get, the lesson of your life in a harder way, in the most practical way. If you have it in your natal chart, tell me how much can you connect to it, what I'm saying. With Virgo Lagna or Virgo moon sign, Jupiter goes into the 10th house. You were facing problems when it was retrograde at your workplace. Things were not moving, the projects were not moving. There was tons of insecurity and obsession at your workplace. But now, Jupiter looks at your second house, fourth house, sixth house, and it is going to take care of these houses. You will be able to accumulate wealth. You will do better asset management. You will buy a car. You can buy a home. The environment of home will be good. You will win over your enemies. But I must tell you, Jupiter in the 10th house, if you have it in your natal chart, these people have ruined their work themselves once in life. They are the enemy of your own work and profession. You don't need an enemy. You are yourself an enemy here of your work and profession with Jupiter in the 10th house. And I'm sure when Jupiter was retrograde, you must have taken some wrong decisions about your profession. You must, you know, at least I've seen people where people would, attract a lot of negative energy from the universe about the work. They will always feel insecure about the work because no one is bigger enemy than you yourself. That's the problem with Jupiter in the 10th house. But it's a good time ahead. With Libra Lagna or Libra moon sign, Jupiter goes to the 9th house. And whenever Jupiter sits in the 9th house, people have hard time with their bosses, gurus, and fathers. You got to be smart dealing with these people. But on the same time, now that it is, direct, you'll have some relaxation. For spirituality, it is good. For communication, it is good. For anything that you want to start new, it is good. For your children, it is good. For your skill, it is good now. Your creativity will improve. It's definitely, there is going to be so much of enhancement in your study and creativity and travel. So it's a good time, Libra. For Scorpio moon and Scorpio Lagna, Jupiter was not in a great position here. You've learned lessons of your life here. You've learned that if you behave suddenly and impulsively in your life, you're going to lose respect. You are going to be isolated. Scorpio Lagna people, they are isolated. They don't have so many people around them. They'll feel that there was only that childhood when they were getting nourished. But the moment you are of your own in your life, the nourishment goes away from their life. And that is one of the biggest reasons of their impulse. They feel absolutely isolated. They live in people but feel isolated. Sudden things come up in their life which they have never expected. It is not good time for speculations. And when Jupiter was retrograde, it was further a bad time for speculations. But now that it is direct and heading towards your 9th house, wait for 3 months and wait for that beautiful Jupiter to come in the 9th house. But on the same time, I must tell you that this Jupiter will increase your assets going direct because it is looking at the second house. which is brilliant. So, end of the day, if you have to conclude my conversation, it says wherever Jupiter sits, it's going to give you a hard time there, and you are going to learn lessons of your life. It is his own enemy there, but wherever Jupiter looks at, that's where it gives you great results. And when it is retrograde, even the aspects are not very positive. Once it goes direct, the aspects are great. Let's talk about Sagittarius Lagna. Jupiter goes to the seventh house. It's your Lagna Lord, which was retrograde in the seventh house. You were not feeling good. You were not feeling confident. There were problems in partnerships, marriage. But now that it is going direct and you have aspect on the Lagna, on the 11th house, on the third house, new beginnings, hopes, wishes, desires, society, circle, elder brother. You are going to get profit from these people. They are going to help you. They are going to come up with a solution in your life. But anyways, if you have it, Jupiter in the seventh house in your natal chart, Jupiter punishes you here in your marriage. Give you, either give you a lot of delay in the marriage. Once you get married, it tells you what exactly is the dharma of the marriage. In Kali Yuga, the problem is that we don't follow dharma, and that is why this Jupiter in the seventh house becomes a very critical position in the natal chart. As I promised, I'll come up with a video, but still, this transit is going to give you some relaxation about your new ventures, communication, about your 11th house, about your Lagna. It's a good time. It's the time when, you can think about your spirituality because Jupiter looks at Lagna. You can think about, learning occult sciences. You can think about, about your connection within yourself here. Here, 3 months ago or last 90 days, your connection with yourself was missing. Now it will come back. For Capricorn Lagna, Jupiter is in the sixth house. Time to learn. Time to learn about your diet, about your health. But now that it is going direct from 11th of March to 1st of June, you will see improvement in your health, improvement in your diet, improvement in your debts, improvement at your workplace because it aspects the 10th house, improvement in your investments. You will start getting right investments now. But on the same time, whenever Jupiter transits in 6, 8, and 12 of your natal horoscope from the Lagna or the moon sign, it is time to learn. It is time to stop yourself from those aggressive moves. It's time to not over expect from yourself. And when it goes retrograde, it's obsession. It's more trouble. It's more delay. It's more frustration. And you are fighting for yourself to go ahead. But now it has gone direct. It was stopping you to go ahead, but now it's going to push you that go ahead. I'm there. For Aquarius, you see, Jupiter is in the fifth house. You were finding it difficult in your love life, romance, children, education, skill, and luck was not favoring you. But now it has gone direct. The luck will favor you. You'll get respect in the society. Your hopes and wishes and desires, fulfillment will be there. You'll start feeling spiritual and things would start falling in place. But I'll give you a hint. If you have Jupiter in the fifth house in your natal chart, love and romance is not easy. I've seen people, they've never ever fell. I mean, they fell in love, but they never got love. Love, children, education, and skill has given the biggest lessons of their life to them, and in a harder way. But now it's a transit. It's a transit video, by the way. And if you are transiting and looking at transit of Jupiter in your fifth house from the moon sign or from the Lagna, it's a temporary thing. You got the lessons and now they will improve. Your spirituality, your long distance travels, definitely you're going to get great results about it. For Pisces moon sign and Pisces Lagna, you are running Shani's Sadasati, and definitely you have some harder time. Saturn is in your Lagna. It's technically not a very good time. But Jupiter here in the fourth house, aspecting the 8th and the 12th and the 10th will definitely now going direct will improve your work, 10th house, your investments, your meditation, as well as give you brilliant results in speculative, businesses because Jupiter is now direct aspecting your 8th house. So it is a good position, I must tell you. If you're renovating your home, there were problems in renovation of the home. Now, next 3 months will be smooth and the results will be faster. This was my analysis on Jupiter transit and the position of the Jupiter. Tell me how much can you relate to what I've said? Well, I promise you I'll come up with good 1.5, 2 hours of video with Jupiter in each house in your Lagan Kundli and what are the things that you're not supposed to do and how to take those practical lessons of Jupiter in your life to make your life a super successful life. I've learned these lessons in a harder way, but I promise you that I won't let you learn them to that potency of practicality and that hard way. No, I won't let you happen. So wait for that. You know, let's introspect it together in the next video. That won't be a transit video, but Jupiter in all 12 houses. Till then, Hare Krishna, Har Har Mahadev Shambho. Thank you very much. Thank you.